Hi friend, and welcome back to my studio. For this video, I'm literally going to just read a page from my diary. I think I like being this kind of personal because I think it makes my writing and stories more heartfelt. And this one is full of heart. While I talk, I'll be painting these tie-dye pajama pants. Subscribe to see how it all turns out, and if you like this kind of video, let me know. Now, here is my bared open soul. Hi journal, it's me again, big surprise. Sierra is in California this week, so I'm not riding with her like usual. It has been a hell of a week. Do you ever kind of romanticize your pain? I get emotional goosebumps when I think back to the most tragic and heart-wrenching single moments of my life. I romanticize the volume of cries or amount of tears, the caring shoulder I did or did not get. I replay that moment over and over, and I don't really understand why, but I do understand that it's very human. Well, my Friday started out stressful. I woke up to my paycheck not coming in on Friday, when we both thought it would come in on Friday. It really hits on Tuesdays, but we were blind with hope and need for it, and when it didn't hit, we had to make some tough decisions about where we were going to squeeze funds from. Over the course of a calendar year, we moved twice and threw a wedding. That takes a toll on the old credit card. This year, we have been painfully paying several $1,000s to the credit card even while I was unemployed. We found a way to make it work. But for my birthday, we unleashed the floodgates and allowed purchases. And then emergencies happened, like running over a nail. Well, in under a month, with mostly responsible use, the credit still shot back up towards its maximum. And when my husband proposed, we used the little space still left on it to cover our barest basic needs. I curled up into an anxiety ball and couldn't think straight for long enough that I had a panic attack. Then I ran a bath for water, texted back that I'd sooner die than put any other purchases on the credit card, and then followed up with, "But that's stupid because we need things." And I went over to my husband's old dab rig and I smoked a very old dab. It hit my lungs so hard on one breath in that I had coughing fits so severe it brought me to the floor, crying and spitting on the carpet. After a while, the coughing subsided and the weed helped me calm down, and between the bath and food, I was able to get in a state of normal again. We found an unexplored avenue to move funds around, and slowly, over the course of the day, I brought my mood back up. Being married with depression, many of my days are spent doing what I can to bring my mood up. It's a burden, but it's mine to bear, not my husband's. Though, of course, he helps all he can. Well, none of that was the sad part. It was 11 p.m., I was undressing and checking my phone one last time before plugging it in the bathroom, since I'm breaking the habit of my phone in bed. And I got a text from my sibling that shot me through to my feet. A moment of shock, a moment of deadly realization, and I felt the floor hard on both knees, then dropped my phone and wailed. My husband asked what's wrong, and I gestured to the phone as my shoulder shook with instant, overwhelming sorrow. When he understood, he came and hugged me close, and I sobbed into his shoulder until he realized that those thick, hot drops of liquid were not tears or snot, but that my nose was bleeding. I stopped crying for a moment to move over to the toilet and then make sure there wasn't too much blood on the white rug, and then I started up again. The reverb of my cries in the bathroom made me dial the volume down. We did have neighbors who share a wall. The bloody nose made it so I couldn't cry for too very long because it wouldn't stop bleeding otherwise. I was able to bring myself back from despair and eventually fall asleep, albeit poorly, in the next few hours. The text was very personal and very sudden. No one is hurt physically. I can't go into even slight detail because it's not my information to share, but it's affecting my entire family, and it will be for a long time. We have been through some really hard things, separately but together. I can't say we've always come out better for them in many ways. Some of my more sad family woes broke parts of myself and my siblings and my parents, and we've never been the same. But we've stuck together or come back to each other, and I knew immediately I had to foster love and understanding among my family. I'm several states away, but I try to send each of them a personal message of love every day. I feel so much stronger personally than in any of our other unfortunate turns, and I want to be a voice of support and caring as strongly as I can. And it's already taking a toll on me. I have kept up my weed relapse into the past few days. I'm trying to be gentle with myself. This is an acutely stressful time, and I still know that regular weed use is not what I want for myself. I recognize that in ways, it's actually making me more sad and more anxious, but it's a coping mechanism too, and it is helping me cope. The weight I feel from this is only a fraction of what my parents are going through, my siblings. I feel too far away. I feel like taking the next plane back home. That wouldn't help anything. As much as I love them, we all share some serious issues, and being together can make it easy to feed into each other's sadnesses without managing our own. It's not the healthiest of households in sad times, but I want to hug my mom and my dad and cry on their shoulders and tell the whole family it will be okay, and I want them to believe me. I'm doing what I can, and they are too, and we will be okay. But that image of sadness, the weird fixation I have with replaying the moment, remembering the warm, dripping blood mixing with my tears, and the suddenness and the thump of my knees hitting the ground with my full weighted body, is still very much in my head. It's weird being at work and pretending everything is the same as it was last week. I can't tell them. I don't want to tell them. But it's weird to me that no one knows a thing. It's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to exercise. I'm hating my body and stress eating, then scolding myself and being hungry a little longer between meals, then feeling badly about that and smoking weed. I have received varied support from my friends. I've felt distance growing like mold in one of my closest friendships, and this event has perpetuated that distance. It makes me recall the last time I lived at home and was going through something insanely tragic and personal, and unfortunately, so was my friend. So, support for each other was hardly found. It's strange how different the good times look from the bad times. Who you talk to, what you eat, your amount of screen time, how long your hugs last, how much you believe in the things that you believe in. They're like parallel lives. And still, I'm being brought back. Blood on the rug, phone face up, small green text showing, unassuming, and treacherous. That's all for this one. I will see you next time, friend. Have a good week, and tell the ones you love them. And if you're still here, subscribe and like the video, okay? Thanks. Bye.